46, 2015. We talked about this. It's considered purchasing two F-550 dump trucks with plows at the total price of $167,517. It is under our co-stars contract where the state already bid these purchases.
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. And Bill, when do you expect the delivery once we approve this?
I would expect beginning of June, middle of June next year.
Okay.
On the 2016?
The 2016.
Okay, the 2017 about the same time?
2017, about the same time.
That's coming up.
For 247, 2015, to authorize the purchase of two new 2017 Western Star single axle dump trucks with plows at a total price of $310,472. Again, this is a co-stars contract where the state has already bid it.
I'll make that second.
It's been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries. For 248, 2015, it's considering the fuel bids for Chem Oil Company at a cost of 0.47 cents over the daily Opus price for the contract years 2016, 2017, and 2018.
What's the Opus price? What does that stand for? Does anybody know what Opus stands for?
Don, what's that?
Oil Price Information Service. It's
So
the
what does
standard
that
by
mean?
which all oil petroleum
What?
companies use. It's the oil standard by which all petroleum companies use.
What were we last time on?
Actually, it was this. I think it was 5 cents was the labor markup.
How long ago was last time?
3 years. We generally bid these in 3-year contracts.
And it's only gone down by 4.7 cents?
Well, no, it doesn't mean that.
No, that's the markup, actually. What Opus does is it sets the rates from all across the country. We choose the Pittsburgh market, and we go for what they call an unbranded average rack price. So when everyone bids, they take the number from Opus, which is all the same. For example, I believe in today's bidding, Carol, it was $1.54, $1.45. And then what the bidder does is add their markup on top of that. So this way, whenever petroleum prices fluctuate, for example, a couple months from now, let's say prices go up, it may be $1.64 a gallon. However, our price is whatever the markup is submitted by the bidder. In this case, it's a little less than 5 cents a
I
gallon.
understand that.
So with the motion to approve that bid for,
Second.
it's been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion carries. One more for 249, 2015. Consider the purchase of two police vehicles that were approved at the final budget meeting on.
So moved.
I'll second.
What's the price?
Chief, you have that in front of you?
If you remember, you guys are removing my major equipment. That's going to be vehicles and equipment. I don't have a price on the equipment yet. But whatever I had covered for my major equipment will be more than enough.
But what's the price of the vehicle?
The approximately $30,000, a little over $30,000. I don't have the number right in front of me.
Okay.
They're going to be 2016 Ford Explorers.
Pardon?
They're going to be 2016 Ford Explorers. I think they're going to be the same price as what I had for the 2015s.
Okay, thank you.
With the motion?
So moved.
It's been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
The motion carries. Good, Bruce, we have to go back to our 244, 2015. Can you opinion on that, please? Just so you can see how our budget is allocated. General purpose meals 11, our fire protection 3 meals. Each of our fire departments gets 1 meal, and we have 2 meals in our road machinery department. We used to have it as 1 meal, and we shifted from our general purpose millage from our township to the road machinery fund. So it's still 16 meals.
How many years is that been?
22.
22.
Yeah, you're right. The way to look at that, if you would look at your bill from, say, 15 years ago, if you pull it out, if you paid the township $343 back then for your taxes, that's what you're paying today, $343. So I mean, with the growth in the township, that's what enabled us to keep funding an $8 million budget without any tax increases. And that's pretty standard if you have some development in municipalities. Really, if you saved any old ones, go look at it, you'll see that they've been exactly the same. But based on the millage, you pay that exact amount, so it doesn't go up unless we raise the millage. So just something to think about. All right, we need a motion to approve that 2016 tax rate resolution. Is there a motion?
So moved.
So moved, second, and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. The motion carries. A few more items. We need to go into executive session on that final purchase talk. Chris, are we good with that?
Yeah, should we go into resolution, should we move this to after our executive session?
We're close with that. We have not settled in with the purchasing the property next door, and we need one more executive session for solicitor to finalize it. So we have to act on that after the executive session. For 252-2015, I'm not sure.
Can I make a comment? I think we need to open this up and let our residents know that there's been a resignation and that there is therefore a vacancy instead of just.
Well, that was part of this. I was going to say that what's the intent of the board on?
I think we need to let our residents know. I said I think we need to let our residents know that there's been a vacancy and that there's no position so that anybody's interested could apply.
In what?
The auditor vacancy. When was the date?
That will require a special meeting. Chris, make sure you concur with that. The resignation from Frankie Kizio was on November 30th, so the code requires us to make an appointment within 30 days, so we would have to. Hey, well, what about our final budget adoption meeting? We could advertise for it.
We don't have to, we're doing it now.
No, that's right. We're done.
Well, I mean, we're most likely going to have a hearing on, could we do it then?
Well, we don't know if we're going to have a hearing. If that applicant for that conditional use grants the extension, then we won't have to have a hearing in December.
We need to give our residents the opportunity.
All right, I don't have a problem with that.
So we'll do a special meeting
All right.
before December 30th.
And if we need to, we can maybe combine them for a little while, if we have to.
Right, all right. So if anybody is interested in that auditor position, call here to find out the details. So we have a motion to table that item.
So moved.
And moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye, the motion carries. We also have for 253-2015, we've had a request from a property owner near Klinger Park. They requested a right-of-way along the perimeter of our Klinger Park property to access a sanitary sewer manhole. I think the applicant further requested here. Mr. Bredloff, you're representing, I think, Fairfield.
I'm Nick Brenlove. We're here for Fairfield South Point, and we're requesting that the township consider our proposal to grant a sewer right-of-way along the perimeter of Klinger Park. We have some property along Cecil Henderson Road, and our plans that we're working with now are to put a pump station at the lowest point between our property and the Longshore Trail, and then to do a force main up through a parcel that we have that adjoins Klinger Park, and give you the opportunity to sewer into that for your concession stand, and then us the opportunity to tap into the existing manhole on the reserve property.
Would the plan be to put that pump in so that the municipal authority takes it over?
That would be our hope, yes.
And if that's the case, then it would be done along Cecil Hendersonville Road near the trail. We have a lot of homeowners down there that have sewer malfunctions, and if the authority ends up owning and operating the treatment plant or the pump station, that would give those residents an opportunity to have public sewers. Right now, there's no sewers in sight for that area, including Hendersonville. If that developer out in Cool Valley ever puts that plant he talked about along Pond Road, and that this area in Hendersonville where could flow to that plant. And I think in all the discussions with that developer in Cool Valley, he would have been required to make the treatment plant big enough to handle Hendersonville. But this area really isn't part of Hendersonville, so even if Cool Valley went in, these people may have been left out of the project. So this would give them the opportunity. It becomes the city municipal authority on if sewer lines are extended from that once this applicant builds that pump station. So I think it's a benefit not only to our park, because they're offering, I think, $10,000 for the right-of-way, but also that property owners upstream from that will have an opportunity.
Who's offering $10,000?
We are.
Oh, thank you. Where's the low point on the property?
It
Or
would be-
where's the low point for the pump station?
The pump station would be along the street with, along.
Go like where? From Cap Road? How far from the intersection of Cap and Cecil Hendersonville Road?
About halfway between
Pardon me?
halfway between Pat and probably Big James.
St. James. Okay, and what's the capacity?
Not entirely sure.
I'm sorry.
We're not entirely sure what the capacity would be. We're running into now.
Well, is it able to take in additional properties?
I think
Wait, Elizabeth, when they meet with the municipal authority, they would show what size capacity they're required for their development. Then usually the municipal authority would negotiate and maybe pay for the upgrade to have that plant or that lift station made larger to accommodate new areas. They wouldn't push the cost on this applicant to have to build it for the whole watershed. If they're interested in pursuing that, they usually get involved in an upgrade themselves. So it gives them the
Who's
opportunity.
that?
The municipal authority.
Okay.
Well, which side are you planning on bringing it up? Near the 79 side, there's actually, I understand, two tapping points that I've discussed with Dan. There's a one by the reserve that is in the middle to where the concession stand is going to be, but there's another one that's further down towards 79. Is that the side you're planning on coming up 79, or are you planning on coming up the other side, closer?
initially when I looked at it, I thought we were going to come up the side. I was here
Could you please talk to the microphone so the residents can hear?
initially we were going to come up the side where, close to the reserves, where there was I think it's a maintenance building, the reserves. There's a manhole there, so on.
Yeah, that's in the center. But that's what I was saying, that's really kind of in the center of things. Were you planning on coming up over towards the 79 side or the farther side away?
We probably go, I would,
Towards, I think it's Philcorn Drive over there.
yeah,
not beyond that.
either way, it's about half.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we can come up either side.
But Andy, the other thing, they talked about having an engineering design done, but again, if the board wasn't willing to even entertain that right away, then we were going to push them to spend that money on an engineering design. I think what we're considering now is just a memorandum of understanding that, yeah, would be interested in working with them on their right away. They in turn would actually have some real drawings made that would be submitted to our engineer for review. But I guess, they haven't done a final design.
In the way I understand it, I think you are picking the right tap-in, because if you pick the other tap-in that was further towards 79, you'd need a right-of-way off of the reserve, because it is set back a little bit. This one's right at our property line, right on there, so we actually have control over it. I don't see a problem with either way if you just confer with them, with everybody that's in office at the time, because there are some things that want to build up, and I think it can be very easy and still comply with what you're proposing.
Any other questions? Well, then that's for a motion to just approve a memorandum of understanding to offer that right away.
I'll make that motion.
Subject to final design and final approval.
Moved and seconded.
It's been moved and seconded. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. The motion carries.